to help you open your eyes and see the truth. Many things have changed in our world, and this is a show where you're going to get to talk to some of the experts. You're going to get to hear from people that are on the cutting edge. You're going to get to see the things that are really going on that maybe you don't get to hear every day on the news. This is the show that's going to bring it to you right away. So stay tuned because we have got an amazing guest tonight, someone that you will not believe is going to knock your socks off. Wake Up America starts right now. Hello and welcome to another edition of Wake Up America with Christina Lynn. I'm your host, Christina Lynn, and we have a lot of activity going on here tonight with one of my very favorite jewelry creators, who is just super talented jewelry designers, Dawn DeMarco. Book. Yes, my microphone. Well, my microphone was moving right as I was about to say that. Yeah, and you want to just move your microphone over? Hello there, Dawn. It's great to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Well, it's great. And I just want to say that, as you know, my audience with Wake Up America knows that my motto always is that it only takes one person to change the world and to really make a difference. And that's why it's important that we all wake up to that and stand up for what we believe in, stand up for the truth. And in this time and age, more than ever, Dawn and I have talked about this before, and it's so important to stand up for what you believe in and not be afraid to speak up and tell the truth and ask for the truth and demand the truth when it is time for it to come forward.
Yeah.
But also, in this day and age as well, it's so wonderful to have a special person here tonight like you, Dawn. I didn't tell you in advance, but I just want to surprise you. Yes, I want to surprise you that Dawn is one of those people here in our community in Delray Beach and Boca Raton and really all throughout Florida. You have been so wonderful at helping to change the world. You have raised so much money. What is your big amount of money that you have raised now for charities? Many different amazing, important charities.
Yes, actually, my whole purpose for my business is to give back to nonprofits. And so we have raised over $110,000 for charity.
Yeah. Is that amazing? See, it only takes one person to change the world, and she has helped so many charities. Over 110,000. That is amazing.
Yeah,
and Sparkle of Life is your brand. And Sparkle of Life, I'm a collector. I love it. Oh, we have some tonight I'd like to collect.
Oh, my gosh.
So we'll look at some of these in a little bit as well, and you can kind of hold them up and,
and
show them off.
Definitely.
But before we do that, I'd like to start off, and we're going to go right into the show tonight, because I'd like to have plenty of time for us to hear your story.
Okay.
You have a very inspiring story. It always brings tears to my eyes.
Oh, you're so sweet.
As to how you got started and how all this came about.
Okay.
And how you got Sparkle of Life to help change so many lives and to help so many charities and nonprofits.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think I had shared with Christina before that I used to work for a jewelry designer in New York. And I was their national sales director for about 4 years.
Right.
And if I had to make a piece of jewelry, if my life depended on it, I couldn't have done it. Seriously, it cracks me up.
I find that hard to believe. But
I know, right?
I know you.
Me too.
This was back in the day.
That was back in the day
before
where I had
these gorgeous, I'm going to hold them up right here, creations.
Exactly.
Amazing.
And so what happened was,
I want this one.
You know, living in
I want them all. Didn't mean to interrupt.
That's okay. Living in Manhattan was very intense, and I loved every minute of it. But when I came home, I was just lost, and I started praying, asking God what He wanted me to do with my life. And so He placed it on my heart to start a jewelry line. But it was related at that time. I was very much into sports and a huge sports fan.
Right.
And the reason I share that is because...
How about those Dolphins, huh?
Yeah, well, let's not talk about the Dolphins.
Well, let's hope this year...
I'm just saying.
We know one of these years they're going to turn it around.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Anyway, so I started going through that process, learning about it. And what's really interesting is I'm obviously not doing sports jewelry anymore. And at the very beginning of my journey, I knew I wanted to give back, but I was going to do $1, okay, for every purchase. Well, then it grew. It grew into something so much more.
It sure has.
Yeah. And then I remember getting a phone call from my brother Gary, who lives out in Northern California, and he let us know that his youngest daughter, Rosie, was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer. and she was 11 at the time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so what happened was she went through chemo and radiation for about 2 years, and in 2001, she was healthy enough to travel. And so,
Oh, well, that's a blessing.
absolutely, yes. And Make-A-Wish was amazing. They
Oh.
brought the whole family.
Oh, I love Make-A-Wish.
I do too.
They're wonderful.
They did such a wonderful job. I don't. There's also Give Kids the World.
I've done some events with them, and they're fantastic.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
so what happened was we go up, we spend time with the family. You know, Rosie was a little shy in the very beginning, but then
Aw.
she
She's 14 at this time,
no,
right?
she's 11.
Oh, she's still 11?
No, excuse me. I'm sorry. She went through chemo and radiation for 2 years, so she was 13.
13.
Yeah.
Okay, 13.
And so just we all loosened up. We had a great time. And then they came and they were like, "What is this?" Because they're from Northern California. They don't know what humidity
no.
is, right?
Oh, boy.
And it was like, bam!
And we're talking, what, July?
July.
Okay.
July, yeah.
Disneyland and Disney
In-
World in
in
July.
which
Okay.
isn't fun. I mean,
Yeah.
as far as climate,
I took
is
my
very,
godchildren there one July and August, and I know what you're
Never.
talking about.
Yeah.
They had to buy the fans. And,
yeah,
Yeah.
the mist,
Yeah, and the mist,
Go in
yeah.
January. That's a good time.
Oh, that's great. Yes. January, February. I
Right?
agree. I agree.
Absolutely. Even if you're cold, you can layer. When it's hot, you can't. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
So anyway, we had a great time. They came. It ended up they came back the following spring, and we hung out a lot. Rosie and I, and we were in my office and we're chatting, and she was telling me how when she was old enough to drive, she was going to get a VW Bug in green, and her and her mom and I went shopping, and I found out that Rosie and I were very much alike. Her hair, it's so funny. Her hair came out like mine after chemo.
I love your hair. It's beautiful.
Thank you. I love my hair.
It is. Yes.
It's really easy to take care
It
of.
is. You've
But-
got natural curl. And
Yes.
so she developed that natural curl.
She did. She did.
Okay.
And she's like, Aunt Dawn, what do I do? And I
Bless
said,
her heart.
don't do anything. Just let it be. Don't fight it.
Right.
So, but anyways, going back, we went shopping,
Mm-hmm.
and Christine, I found this really sexy red dress, sparkly, and Rosie's like, "Oh my God, I love that dress." And I'm thinking, okay, I'm not a mom, so please understand, I'm not a mother.
Right.
And I said to her, "Well, Rosie, let me wear it. Let me wear it a couple times. I'll send it out to you." She goes, "You would?" I go, "Yeah." And I'm thinking, her mother's gonna kill me because it was so inappropriate. Yeah.
For a teenager.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, yes. So it ended up I never got the opportunity to send it to Rosie.
Oh.
Yeah, she passed away. It was June 3rd, 2003. It was 15 years ago on June 3rd, which it totally blows my mind.
Oh.
But I have
Wow.
to tell you, Christina, you know that she was a very special angel on this
Yeah,
earth.
she really was. I get, I get verklempt every time I hear this. And I think one reason, too, is that my grandmother, who I was so close to
Mm-hmm.
in Kentucky, her name, ironically, is also Rosie. And she passed away of cancer, breast cancer,
Wow.
when she was only in her early 60s.
Did you ever share that with me? I don't think so.
I'm not sure if I ever have, but I just
No.
wanted to do that today because that means so much to me. But also, anytime when you see a young person, someone in their teen years who had so much life ahead of her,
Yeah.
that she was a remarkable angel, like you
Oh,
said.
she was. I mean,
Yeah.
I remember going out for her memorial service, and I remember her mom saying to me, I want to take you to Rosie's school." And so we go into this huge multi-purpose room, and I think, I can handle this, right? Well, I get halfway in, and I walk into this room, and it's huge, and it's got flowers, and it's got posters, and it's all for my niece. And I got in the middle of the room and I just burst into tears. And I was just like, I got to know Rosie more after her death because she lived 3,000 miles away. But I mean, she was someone who would go to school and dance with all the boys no one wanted to dance with. I mean, at 13, 14 years old, that's how Rosie was. She played soccer until 3
She
weeks.
was way beyond her age. Way
Totally.
a true old soul.
But I think
Beautiful.
when children go to see the Lord,
Yeah.
that's how they are. They are. They're here to teach us. And she, I was always a giving person before, but that just really opened up me more, but really focused my business more towards in honor of Rosie.
What an inspiration she
Yes.
is.
Yes.
And she was and still is
Still
for you.
is. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so I want you to tell us now about your Rosie Foundation.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's still giving. She's still being that angel.
Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, we just we got our 501c3 last, I think it was like June time frame, probably about a year ago.
Yeah, I'm so glad you got that.
Yeah.
So deserving.
Yeah. So what I do is anytime someone doesn't have a charity that they want to give to, I just give a percentage to the Rosie Foundation. And as a result of that,
Yes.
we actually granted $5,000 this past April at the Brooklyn Cafe with Dawn and Freddie.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's
so
wonderful.
What the Rosie Foundation,
They do so much for charity, too.
oh my God, they're amazing, aren't
They
they?
are amazing with nonprofits.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they help spread the word, and I think that's
See,
so
that's
important.
paying it forward. Yeah.
Right.
And they do that, too. You're paying it forward. They're paying it forward. It's
Yes.
just beautiful.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
let me just share what the Rosie Foundation does,
Please.
whose focus is.
That was my next question.
I beat you to it.
Yes, you did. Tell us more about the focus, and also we want to know how our listeners can get involved too.
Oh, okay. So the Rosie Foundation focuses on, or we grant money to two areas. The first area is obviously children with cancer.
Right.
The second is animal rescue, and
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a wonderful one too.
right, it tugs at your heartstrings, and I
Oh,
love
yeah.
both, and so. We granted 4 grants of $1,250 back in April, and one
Wonderful.
and one went to the Julia Starr Foundation, which is children's cancer, and also the Ariel Anaker Cancer Foundation.
Oh, that's great.
And then the 2 animal rescue were Cats Exclusive in Margate, Florida, and then Peggy Adams Animal Rescue in West Palm. So
Oh, I know about hers too. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all wonderful charities.
I know, yes, we want to give where it goes directly to the children, the families, or the animals, saving the animals, and that's what it's all about. And so, yeah,
Sure is. Oh, that's wonderful.
yeah.
Well, that's beautiful. Now, tell us, I know our audience is wondering how they can get involved. What can they do to donate to the Rosie Foundation or to get more involved?
Okay, well, they can do one of 2 things. I don't have a website yet. I have my marketing
Okay.
amazing
But
person,
we do
Michelle.
have your number up. And
Yes.
so if anyone wants to call Dawn directly and reach out to Sparkle of Life, just give a call to the number that's right there on
Sure.
your screen, 954-309-2234.
Right. That's also
Great.
the Rosie Foundation phone number. You can talk
Good.
to me, and yeah.
Great. So once again, that's Sparkle of Life at 954-309-2234.
Thank you, darling.
Yes, well, you're so welcome. Yes, and now, so how can they reach out besides calling? What I know you have a special event that you're doing now that you had mentioned.
Oh,
I'd love to hear about that. And you've been doing your famous luncheons that became a real place here in Delray, a real set event that people look so forward to. And I was
Yeah.
able to reach out, and you introduced me to so many different charities that I've been able to sponsor, to have on television and
Sure.
to have on radio. And I want to just thank you for all that you've done to connect me and so many other people. You're just such a great networker.
Yes, I love to connect people.
Yes.
And I know a lot of people, and I have a
Yes,
big
you do.
mouth.
Oh, you're great. That's you're an amazing networker. So tell me, what can people look forward to, and how can they get involved in the future
Okay.
with Rosie Foundation and Sparkle of Life?
Well, the Rosie Foundation, right now, we're not doing any big major events. However, we are having a dinner. It's a VIP membership dinner. And so I chat about my membership that you can join if you are interested, and all the benefits to that.
And I'm planning to be at that dinner.
Yes. I just sent out invitations today. So if you would like to be invited, you can just email me or call me.
Oh, and if you'll give us your email too.
Yes, Dawn at sparkleoflife.com, and that's Dawn, DAWN, at sparkleoflife.com.
Great.
And it will be at Scola Vecchia in downtown Delray. It's
I'm going to be there.
Oh, yeah. And it's going to be, and they're across from the Colony Hotel.
Right.
And Sharon's amazing. She has the most amazing pizza. And it's also.
Shout out to Sharon.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And the other, what's the. Gluten-free. She has gluten-free pizza too.
Ooh, oh boy.
So I know
now I know I'm looking forward to
I know,
that.
right?
Yeah. Guilt-free pizza.
Yeah.
I love it.
So that evening will benefit the Rosie Foundation, and we'll give 10% of all jewelry sales to the Rosie Foundation. And then we also have a raffle that we'll do, and 100% of that will also go to the Rosie Foundation.
Oh, you always have the best gifts at your
I know,
raffles.
don't we?
I've won a couple times and I loved it.
Yes, ma'am. We've got, of course,
Great.
Sparkle of Life will donate a necklace of some kind. And then Joanne at Escriage, who has supported me for the past, oh gosh, I'm not going to say how long, very long. She'll do an anti-aging facial and a makeup class for 15. And then,
Oh, she's wonderful. Yes,
Right?
I
You
won.
know Joanne.
I won one of her facials one time from one of your luncheons. She's
Yeah.
fantastic. So
I know.
shout out to Joanne too.
absolutely.
She's so talented.
yeah,
I'll have to bring her in on the show sometime.
most
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, because she's a
Very knowledgeable.
very knowledgeable,
Yeah.
excellent esthetician.
Yeah, and
One
gives
of the
great
best.
facials.
She sure
Her
does.
anti-aging facial's
They're
amazing.
They are amazing.
Right?
They surely are.
Yeah.
I'll get back in touch with her because she's real special.
Yeah.
She really is. Okay, well now speaking of that too, that's another one that the things that you do with your outreach,
Yes.
where you do send or donate pieces to different charities.
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah, like we were at the Unicorn Foundation at Mar-Lago,
Right.
and I know you donated some beautiful things.
Yes, I
And
donate
that's-
yeah, that's the other thing that I do is charities ask when they have a gala or an event, and I'll donate jewelry that way. I also partner with charities if they allow me to come into their gala. I give a larger portion back. I give a minimum of 20% back, and then a nicer piece of jewelry, like a $500 necklace, if they allow me space at their gala. And then I'm there to help move the product and also raise more money for them, and it's a win-win. There's
It is.
a lot of Food for the Poor is one organization that I've been working with the last couple of years.
That's a great organization.
They're amazing.
They are.
Yeah. So there's and I just did one for the Friends of Uffizi Gallery. I don't know if you're familiar with them.
No, tell us about them if you would.
Love them.
Oh,
They
good.
are actually they're actually
Great.
restoring the tapestries and artwork in Florence, Italy. Do you say road trip?
Yes, I have been there many times. And
Have
you know,
you?
ironically, last night I was watching one of my favorite movies for about the 10th time, and that's Under the Tuscany Sun.
Right.
And of course, part of that takes place in Florence. You know, she buys the beautiful villa
Right.
out in the countryside about an hour from Florence. And I was
Amazing.
just thinking of that last night.
Yeah.
So I would love to get involved with them.
Okay. All right.
That's exciting.
I will connect you with Lisa Marie. She's the executive director.
Okay.
In August. She's amazing and just has a big heart and has done
So
amazing
shout out
things.
to Lisa Marie, too.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
See, this is the beauty. There's so many organizations, so many charities and nonprofits in just, Delray and Boca and South Florida that you're just so wonderful at reaching out and helping so many people like myself to
Yeah.
learn more about them.
Right, because I introduced the smaller charities versus, the typical, Make-A-Wish. Everybody knows about Make-A-Wish,
Right.
right?
Yes.
But, even like the Milagro Center in Delray Beach.
Oh, that's a wonderful one.
Right? And
Yes.
those are, at-risk kids who
Yes.
they have a place to go after school because their parents are working hard and they don't, they struggle. And,
I've been to some of their events, and
Oh
they do
my
quite a few
God.
events that people can go to in Delray
yes.
to attend
Barbara-
and
yeah.
support.
Barbara Stark is the executive director there, and she's a dear friend and just
If you go
has
give
done an
them,
amazing job.
give us their name again.
It's the Milagro Center in Delray Beach.
Yeah.
I don't know the phone number, but you can check out their website.
Yeah, Google that, and
Yeah.
Barbara Stark, and she does a wonderful thing of
Yeah.
helping the at-risk children.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, that whole
Yeah.
place. Yeah, forget about it.
Oh, it's
Yeah, so I like
it's
to
amazing.
introduce the smaller charities. I
Yeah.
think that's more important because you know what?
Right.
They appreciate
Sometimes
it
they're
even more.
struggling even more.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly. And that's why the two charities that we chose for the cancer this year were very small charities.
Right.
And I knew both of the founders of those and I keep meeting more charities. So I'm always like, okay, well, you could fit into this category. Oh, I can help you. Oh, I can grant money to you next year.
Right,
That kind of
exactly.
stuff. It's really cool.
It really
felt
is.
so good to give that money away.
Oh,
I
I'm
mean,
sure
I
it
write
did.
checks all the time, but to have a check of $1,250 and then presenting it to them, that was just amazing.
And like you say, with them being a young charity or
Right.
really one that needs help, That means so much to them.
Right.
They
And
appreciate it
yeah,
so
and they
much.
don't take any money for themselves. It's all for the kids and the families, and that, or research, or whatever it is that they deem is the most important at that time, because there needs
Right.
change.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it's just amazing. I just had another two friends from their charity, Beach Keepers, where they are cleaning up the beaches and cleaning up
Right.
the parks and all of the areas down here in South Florida.
So
They're
needed.
amazing as well, too.
Yeah.
So, there's just so many great charities. Now, what was the one also with the organ donors?
Oh,
That's a real special one. I'm going to have you.
I
want to have
forgot
them
the
on my show,
name.
so I'm going to have you help me
Yes.
with that. But
I
they're
have to look
amazing.
that up.
They actually really help the
Yes.
families of those that are being that are needing to reach out and get an organ.
Yeah.
They help to move them up if they need a kidney transplant or
Yeah.
even a heart transplant.
I know they're located
Yeah.
in Coral Springs, and
Yes.
oh my gosh, that was quite
I'm
a few
going to
years
have
ago.
you help me connect them again with
Okay.
them, because I want to have them on the show, because they're doing some amazing things.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. They even have an outreach where, when it's okay, they help to set it up even for the donor or for the recipient that receives the organ from the donor to be able to meet the family and connect with the family if the family would like to do that.
That's right. Yeah.
And that happens many times. So I'm very much, I had done some work with them and would like to continue.
Cool.
So that's something that I'll reconnect
See, I didn't
with.
even know that happened.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so it's just so
I
special.
love that.
And you connected me with CRC, Child
Child
Rescue
Coalition. Yep.
right here in Boca. They're
Yep.
fantastic.
They are.
As a matter of fact, I'm having them on
so
the show
sad.
very
That-
soon.
yeah.
That's a sad one, but you know what? It's an important one, and they have helped to protect so
So
many
many
children.
kids.
Yeah, and so many
Ugh.
people don't realize that they're right here in Boca.
Right.
They're right here in our backyard.
Yeah.
And they have John Walsh, from America's Most Wanted, and now he has the new show. He is their one of their celebrity spokespeople,
Fantastic.
which is just really wonderful. And I got to be involved in their galas.
Good.
And I know they would like to have you involved too. So we'll see what events they're doing as well,
Sure.
because I know they're big fans of your jewelry as well.
Yeah, Nancy Wilcox. She's a big fan.
Nancy, yeah. Shout out
She's
to
a
Nancy.
sweetheart, yeah.
She's a wonderful person, and I was so glad to be able to do work with them.
Absolutely.
Very special. They're really protecting children.
There's so many.
Yeah,
There's
so many. So many. Well, now let's go ahead before we run out of time.
Oh, okay.
It goes so fast. I want to see some of these new creations,
Okay.
and if you'll tell us about them.
Okay.
And I'm going to probably have to order one of each. I love them. This necklace is stunning.
Okay, so I guess we'll start with this.
They're all
one.
stunning. I love that.
So, here, I'm going to let you hold it. I think
Yes, I will be happy.
I'm
I
not
feel like
sure.
I'm on QVC.
I
y'all.
know. Hello.
This reminds
Vanna
me, years
White.
ago, I was offered a job on QVC.
Really?
Which I ended up not taking it because I got engaged and moved to D.C.
Oh,
And they're up in
wow.
Pennsylvania. But they had me in to sell some jewelry. So here we go. All right, what have we got?
Well, what we have here, this is actually semi-precious stone. It's green mystic quartz. And then I paired it with this amazing mother of pearl.
I love that.
Not mother of pearl. Oops, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm moving
Oh,
away
that's
from
right.
the mic.
That's all right, sweetie.
Um,
Just pull that mic over with you.
It's actually abalone shell.
Oh, that's what I thought. That's
and then
gorgeous.
with the fun tassel.
Oh, Dawn, that is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
All right, well, we got to end the show, y'all, and I'll see you later. I'm kidding. No, I'm joking.
Really? We're done already?
Yeah, I'm borrowing this. I got to go to a gala. So there you go.
So that's that one. And this is,
Okay.
oh, I don't even remember the
That
price
is
on that.
stunning. Very stunning. Now,
Okay, so I love to
do
show
these
this one.
these go with this?
That can
Oh,
go with that.
What
Absolutely.
a beautiful set. What stone is that?
That is green agate, and it's got
Gorgeous.
the rhinestones in the middle.
Oh,
And then
wow.
this is green onyx with cubic zirconia.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Just gorgeous.
And then I put the pretty bead on the back. It's you can adjust the actual necklace. I gave you a nice long lead.
Oh, that's beautiful. And then percentage of all of these that are purchased
Right.
does go to
Yes.
a charity.
A minimum of 10.
Yes.
Look, once I do my donations by the end of the year, it's over 20% because you factor
Oh,
in
it
all the
is.
raffles that I give away and all the
And you give so much away.
right.
You
Yeah.
really
so
do.
it's a minimum of 10, definitely more than 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure of that.
This piece
is
is
stunning.
actually oblong pearls,
Uh-huh.
And then I paired it
Oh,
with
I love those pearls.
right.
They're very different.
I know. I'm addicted to pearls.
Y'all can tell I'm a jewelry lover.
Yes. Me too.
Matter of fact, I meant to. I forgot to put one
Put one
on. To
on. You could
model.
put this one on.
Yes, I will.
So anyway,
After I hold this, I'll put that on.
These are rubies.
Beautiful rubies.
With cubic zirconia. And then this is
That's beautiful.
That's sterling and garnet
I
set
thought
in
that was garnet.
Yeah.
I love that. What
It's
a
a
beautiful.
lighter garnet. It's really
Yeah.
interesting.
Beautiful combination.
Thank you, my dear.
Beautiful. And moving on. Ooh, I see some feathers.
Oh gosh, this
Ooh
this
la
has a
la.
great story. So
This could be the Mae West necklace. Almost. I mean, it's gorgeous.
I had a client who wanted just feathers, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she wanted them to be more puffy, like ostrich feathers, and I priced it, and she goes, "No, never mind, because ostrich feathers are not cheap, right?"
Okay, that's true.
So I had this with nothing on.
While we're talking, I'm going to place
On
this
it.
on.
For probably about 6 months. And then I thought, it just needs sparkle. I'm sorry. When in doubt, put sparkle on, right? So I
Right.
added the sparkle, and then I added more sparkle. And then a friend of mine who's a makeup artist, I didn't have the sparkle here. And I ended up putting the sparkle there, and it just finished it off. And I'm like, yep, just fun, whimsical, great piece.
It is gorgeous.
Then,
Well,
2
anyway,
minutes.
here's what this looks like. I'm having trouble getting it attached, but look how gorgeous.
Yeah.
I love it. That is just
Yeah.
stunning. Well, we just have a couple minutes left, but as we wrap up tonight,
Yes.
let's
darling.
look at one more piece.
Let's look at this piece.
And then again, I'm going to have you give out your email,
Okay.
and we'll also mention your number. Oh, look at
Isn't
that.
this fun?
That
This
almost
is
looks
so
like
gorgeous.
Art Deco.
Right? I love Art Deco. I like
Oh, my gosh.
1920s vintage.
that over here.
Yeah. Get that on TV
That
because
is
it's
special.
amazing. It's kind of washed
that's-
out there.
Washed out a little bit, but you know what? There it is. It's standing
Yeah.
out by itself. That is
Yeah.
gorgeous.
And those are real pearls
Oh,
and
beautiful
double strand.
pearls.
And then just the fun, whimsical piece on the
Dawn's
end.
designs are so unique. And I know many of them are one of a kind, too, aren't
Well,
they?
these are, I found a supplier. I do not make this piece, but I just love this supplier. And so they're very limited. Like I couldn't order this again. I could order something similar.
Okay.
Just like that piece, same thing. It's
Okay.
like if
Good
you
to know.
see it, you have to get it. So you
Wow.
can reach me at Dawn.
Yeah,
at
once again, Sparkle of Life.
my email is dawn@sparkleoflife.com. Phone number 954-309-2234.
This is a beautiful way to get gorgeous jewelry, but know that you're giving back to our community and to some of the top charities that need the help. So this is such a great cause, and you're helping so many people, Dawn. I just want to say that you are our special Wake Up America special person this week that we want to give you the Wake Up America Award
Oh, well,
for
thank
changing the
you.
world, for being a person who changes the world.
Woohoo!
All right, so again, that's Dawn, Sparkle of Life, and that's at dawn@sparkleoflife.com. Be
Right.
sure and reach out to her and get something beautiful and give back.
Amen.
So, amen. So thanks again. Again, this is Wake Up America. I'm your host, Christina Lynn. And remember, it only takes one person like Dawn and like you to change the world. So stand up, change the world, and we'll see you next week. Until
that's
then,
about all we have
bye-bye.
time for tonight. But I want to thank you all for listening. We've got a fantastic and really loyal audience that wants to wake up. Wake Up America is your show. Be sure and tune in next week right here on WNN with me, Christina Lynn, and with some of the most outspoken and outstanding guests that you can ever hear on radio. Until then, just reach out to wakeupamerica.com. Let me know what you think. We want to hear your comments, and we want to make sure and have you come join us on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks again. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Remember to wake up and look for the truth. And you do make a difference. One person can change this world. So wake up, speak up, and America will see you next week right here on Wake Up America.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station.